Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about Gay-Lussac's law. First of all, we talked about Boyle's law, which is P1 times V1 equals P2 times V2. That's P being pressure and volume being V. We talked about Charles' law, which is volume 1 over temperature 1 equals volume 2 over temperature 2. And now we're talking about Gay-Lussac's law, which is pressure 1 over temperature 1 equals pressure 2 over temperature 2. And we have to remember, whenever we do gas laws, we have to have our temperature not in Celsius but in Kelvin, because it's based off of absolute zero, which is the movement of molecules that directly affects our gases. Alright, so in this question, it says your pressure started at 100.2 kPa and 15 degrees Celsius, and the temperature increased to 20 degrees Celsius. What is the new pressure? So I always write down what's my P1, it's 100.2 kPa. What's my T1, it is 15 Celsius, P2 is what I'm looking for, and temperature 2 is 20 degrees Celsius. My Celsius always needs to be converted to Kelvin by adding 273. Best way to do that, by using my calculator, which I bring to class each and every day. 15 plus 273 is 288 Kelvin. And my 20 plus 273, that's going to be 293. Alright, now I can plug it into the Gay-Lussac's law. 100.2 kPa is my pressure 1. My temperature 1 we said was 288 Kelvin. And that equals my pressure 2, which is my X that I'm looking for, and my temperature 2 is 293 Kelvin. Once I have this is just algebra 1. I can either take 100.2 divided by 288 and multiply both sides by 293, or I could cross multiply. I like cross multiplying, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take 100.2 times 293. What is it? Oh, that equals 29358.6, and then I'm going to cross multiply 288 times P2. I'm going to divide both sides by my 288 to isolate my P2. Divide by 288. That gives me final pressure of 101.9395. But how do I know what to round to? I go back to my original problem, and I've got 4 sig figs, 2 sig figs, 3 sig figs. So I'm going to round my answer to my least amount of sig figs, which in this case is 2. And that's really tricky, because technically if I round this down it's 100. So the only way you'd be able to round that to sig figs is by putting it into scientific notation. So I'm going to put this to 1.0 times 10 to the 1/2 power. And my unit of pressure is kPa. Which alright, regrouping myself. It looks like this is a poor example over here. So because really my pressure decreased according to sig fig rounding, but it in actuality increased. So why don't we just adjust this? And I actually just adjusted it right there. And I put a 0.0. So that means we have 3 sig figs. So let's get rid of that. That would make much more sense. So we have 101.9 that actually rounds up to 102 kPa, and that would be our final answer. Alright, that's Gay-Lussac's law, and the main idea isn't sig figs, it's P1 over T1 equals P2 over T2. Thank you for watching.